I've got no roots, but my home was never on the ground. I've got no roots, but my home was never on the ground. I've got no roots.
First, we found Nicobaria, which is a moss from the bryophyte division. It usually grows in moist and shaded places such as rock or soil. This plant does not have true root, stem, or vascular tissue, and it reproduces through spore. Nicobaria is important because it helps to keep the soil moist and reduce soil erosion in the environment. Next, we also observe nasal Chlorobia moss, which belongs to the bryophyte division. It is a type of moss that usually grows in moist and shaded areas such as tree bark, rock, or soil. This plant does not have true root or vascular tissue, and it reproduces through spore instead of seed. This species is important in the ecosystem because it helps to retain moisture, reduce soil erosion, and provide a small habitat for microorganisms.
Next, we found Esplanadides and Diplasium esculentum in EcoHub ESM. Both Esplanadides and Diplasium esculentum belong to the plant division Pteridophyta, which are seedless vascular plants that reproduce through spores. Now, let's talk about Esplanadides first. Esplanadides, or commonly called bird nest fern, usually grows on the tree trunks as epiphytes, roots, and terrestrial on the ground in shady or humid forests. It grows as a rosette-forming herb, with all of the fronds growing from a central area, making it look like a nest. Key characteristics we can look for in Esplanadides are the fronds are large, glossy, strap-shaped, and light green in color. The fronds also have black midribs and wavy margin. Its dominant stage is sporophyte. Next, the Esplanadides plays an important ecological role by providing microhabitats for insects. What about Diplasium esculentum? Diplasium esculentum, commonly called vegetable fern, usually grows in moist and wet environments, often found near riverbanks. Vegetable fern is a terrestrial fern and growing as a clump or in colonies. It consists of a horizontal underground stem called a rhizome that bears thin and wiry roots. The fronds are large, bipinnate, and bright in color. The special thing about this fern is it has a senescent venation, which refers to the emergence of new leaf in ferns by unrolling from a tight coil. Other than that, the young coiled fronds, known as fiddleheads, are edible and commonly eaten in Malaysia, where they are locally known as pakupakis. Moreover, their complex and creeping underground rhizomes bind the soil together, preventing erosion and stabilizing banks.
Think all campus trees are the same? Think again. Let's meet the gymnosperm, the naked seed rebels of Phenophyta. First up, the Bermuda cedar. This isn't your neat Christmas tree. It got a wide, shaggy look and a don't care attitude because of the structure. Check out this bark. It's reddish brown and peels in a long thin stripe like it's sunburn. It smells amazing, handle the Malaysian heat like a pro, and act as a massive carbon absorbing sponge for our campus. Plus, it's basically a high-rise hotel for local birds and ferns. Next, meet the cook pine. You can't miss it. It's the one leaning like it's trying to listen in on a conversation at the equator. Up close, its branches look like a thick, green and fuzzy robe. It is a total sentinel tree, growing up to 139 feet tall to guard our roadside. It doesn't do flowers. It keeps it old school with heavy egg-shaped cones and deep roots that keep the soil locked down during a storm. Tall, leaning or shaggy, that's the cool word of USM gymnosperm. Back to you for the flowering plant.
For angiosperm, first we find the coconut tree or Cocos nucifera. It is a monocot plant with fibrous roots and liquid ferrule beans. This plant helps prevent soil erosion and provides food for animals. Next, we found taro or Colocasia succulenta. It is also a monocot plant with large leaf and fibrous roots. Taro helps retain soil moisture and it is an important food source. Next, we found bamboo. It has hollow stem, fibrous roots, and liquid ferrule beans. Bamboo helps prevent soil erosion and provide habitats for many animals.
Next, we found 3 dicot plants under angiosperm. The first plant is the weeping willow or Salix babylonica. This plant grows well near rivers and lakes because it likes moist habitat. Because of its long hanging branches, this gives it a whipping appearance. These whipping willow plants help to prevent soil erosion. The second plant is bunga kertas, scientifically known as Bougainvillea spectabilis. It is commonly planted in gardens and is known for its bright, colorful bracts and thorny stem. This plant also attracts pollinators like bees and butterflies. Lastly, we found chili padi plant or Capsicum frutescens. This plant produces small spicy fruits due to the presence of capsaicin, and it grows well in tropical climates. It is commonly used as a food source and also contributes to agriculture. That's all for monocots and dicots plants under angiosperms.